Coming to you live from the Beach Bunker, it is the Tyler Glen Show, the show about food and fun places in the mayhem of life. Happy Hump Day. It's already a Wednesday and a short work week. Whether you were celebrating President's Day or Family Day or Riel Day, it's already Wednesday. Happy Hump Day to you. Good to have you along this morning as we get things rolling. And we're getting things rolling with some good news. Oh, we've got good news all over the place for you this morning. I love starting with good news. Yes, inflation has dropped, not just across the country, but we've got big news in Manitoba and a bit of an explanation as to what is going on. But your pocketbook is going to start feeling it shortly. Do you have a kind of a sad story of a Canadian couple that are stuck in Turks and Caicos without a passport? And it's an interesting story because it could happen to any one of us on any vacation we go on. And we'll talk about that this morning. It's another day. It's another airplane that has an open door. We are the show about food, fun places, and crazy people trying to get off airplanes at 30,000 feet. It happened yet again. Yesterday, it was an American Airlines flight this time. And thankfully, because of the laws of gravity, you need to rest assured that when the plane is at cruising altitude, there's no way they're going to get that door open. It's not going to happen. So even though somebody tries to get the door open, it's not going to work. It's gravity. He's not going to. The person attempting to get off the plane is not going to be successful. But it's amusing and a bit perplexing nonetheless. We'll talk about that. Also, Beyonce. Have I told you I'm the biggest fan of Beyonce that ever lived? Like, move over, Taylor Swift. No, I'm not. I'm really I love Beyonce, love her pop music, not a country fan, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I think because Beyonce has smashed all kinds of records starting today, and we'll talk about that. Also, a passenger on a United Airlines flight looks out the window and sees that the wing is coming apart. So what does he do? Does he try to get the attention of an airline stewardess to say, the wing is coming apart? No, he goes onto the internet. He goes onto Reddit, actually, and asks people on Reddit, is this normal on a flight? He uses the Wi-Fi on board. And the response is rather amusing, a little bit reassuring, too. And you will not believe what fast food chain, should we call it a fast food chain? We're going to call it our favorite sit-down family restaurant is for sale. Yes, that one. The one you love. The one that we seem to talk about all the time. Think Endless Shrimp. For sale. For sale. Details on that coming up. First, let's take a look outside and see how things are on the radar. And just a little bit of blue spots there on the radar, so we could see some light snow. There is some cloud in the area. -9. Should see a high today of -3. The start of our warm weather this week. We'll hit +3 by Saturday in the sunshine. So top up that windshield washer fluid. It is going to be a messy few days. Number 10 south of Brandon camera is working. It operates by the use of the sun. So once we get some daylight, that thing should kick in. The roads are looking good across the board this morning. So that's a good start. And let's take a look at our air temperature map across North America. Here's how we compare to everybody else. It is definitely the coldest place on the continent. But, -9, feeling like -14 is not awful. We've got 27 days now to go till spring. We've got just over 3 weeks to go, and we should be home free. Out of the real cold stuff. Here's our wind chill map this morning, and then we'll get around to good morning and good stuff. Yesterday's good stuff. There's our wind chill map, and good morning, everyone. Nice to see you. Welcome to a Wednesday. Let's do it. Welcome everybody aboard. Just in the style of the old Romper Room show, a Canadian show, I believe it was Canadian, where Miss Helen would look through her fictitious mirror and say a special hello to everybody, and then she would also on your birthday give you a special birthday greeting, which we always enjoyed. So anyway, yeah, we're going to say good morning now. Who do we got in chat this morning? We have got, let's see, Tasha Licious was first in this morning. Tasha Licious, good morning. Good to see you. Tasha is here this morning as well. Sharon Pierce is here too. Sharon Pierce 24 on Twitch. Good morning. Good to see you. Quentin is here too on Twitch. We've got Deborah Nielsen on Facebook. Welcome aboard. We've got Cindy here too. Good morning, Cindy. It's good to see you. Ruby is joining us from the elliptical this morning. Ruby on the elliptical. Be careful. Don't get too carried away with all the elliptical stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like off you go. Be careful. KDon78 is on Twitch. Good morning. Nice to see you, KDon78. Who's your mama be? Good morning from Wichita, Kansas. Good morning. Nick Adams is here on Facebook. Jody Kaslick is here on Facebook. Good morning to you both. It is nice to see you. Nice to see you. We've got Janine Fleury-Urbanovich. Good morning. Paul McKeag is here on Facebook. Good morning, Paul. Good to see you. Tasha86 came into Brandon yesterday, and they have a new sign. It's different. It also seems like a ginormous waste of money. Oh, well, that's interesting. That is interesting. I want to see the new sign. I've not seen the new sign. If somebody can get me a picture of the new sign, I would gladly. Is it a welcome to Brandon sign? That's the new one? Like to check it out? Sherry Lamont Lund, good morning on Facebook. It's nice to see you. Derek is here on Twitch. Good morning, Derek. New sign. I'm really curious about the new sign. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Who else do we got this morning to say good morning to? Good morning. We've got Mavis Inkster in Mendoza. Good morning. It's good to see you. Welcome. Welcome aboard. Sharon Pierce 24 says, has there been any word on the accident from yesterday morning? Yeah, it was a 3-vehicle accident, and it involved a car and a couple of what appeared to be semi-trailers. One person was taken to hospital with serious injuries. That's the information that we've got. Oh, Quentin is already moving on to the good thing. We're still doing good morning. Hang tight, hang tight. We'll get to the good thing. Yeah, it's a city sign that used to be beige and black. Okay. I would really like to see it. We'll have to... Oh, that's not it. Thought somebody had shared it with me in the mailbag. No. Yeah, it was all cleared up by 2 o'clock. Thank you, Nick Adams. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, one and all. Let's get right to the good thing. Everybody wants to chomp at the bit and get to yesterday's good thing. Yesterday's good thing. What was your good thing from yesterday? Quentin says that he has dragged a friend to the gym. Someone wanted to start a healthier lifestyle. Oh, he's into his second week. Nice. And he is there at 4:30 in the morning. Ooh, can't wait to see how long that lasts. I'm sure it will last a very, very long time. Carrie Cole on Facebook. It's nice to see you. Good morning. Welcome aboard. Yeah, that's great. I heard from a friend that I hadn't heard from. Hey, Lancer on TikTok. I hadn't heard from a friend in Egypt. Reached out to me from Egypt yesterday. And I'm like, oh, that is nice. I hadn't heard from that person in a while, Mabel, and had a nice little chat. And that was really cool. So, yeah, very good. It's time for the good thing. Yesterday's good thing is where we talk about something good that happened yesterday. Could be big, could be small, could be what seems like nothing at all. Like taking your dog for a nice walk out in the sunshine. I've had that be my good thing for the day a few times. Amanda says, my husband and I went to Sandhills, walked out with more cash than we walked in with. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, that hardly ever happens. But congratulations. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yesterday's good thing. We got a lot of people lurking today. We got a lot of lurkers. Don't be shy. There's no reason to be shy. You can jump on in and say hello and tell us about your good thing from yesterday. There's only been a couple. Think about yesterday and think hard about because we got time. We got time here. We got your the other good thing was that Manitoba has the lowest inflation in the country. We'll have more on that in just a second. That is a really good thing for all of us. The lowest inflation in all of Canada here in Manitoba. How cool is that? Atasha also says, I repotted all my orchids and other houseplants. Ladies, you're all looking and feeling fresh. Oh, spring can't be too far off. Can't be too far off. Hey, Nanny on TikTok. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Ruby says, I survived my work day. Okay, now, Ruby, I challenge you. Okay, you survived your work day, but think about your work day. Do it. I know you're doing a workout right now. Maybe it's hard to think and be on the treadmill at the same time. You don't want to lose that coordination. We don't want to cause a show injury. But think about something yesterday. Maybe a customer came in that you really enjoyed or you had an interaction. Your good thing from yesterday. Molly says, my good thing was I got a letter in the mail about medical debt being paid off by a charity from 8 years ago. Made my year. Oh, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Holy cow. That is fantastic. That is great. Cindy says barbecued steak for supper. Oh, man. Isn't that awesome? When we had my son and her girlfriend over the weekend, we had a little bit of barbecued chicken. And she came out on the patio and she's just like, oh, my God, you're barbecuing. I'm like, yeah? Yeah, of course we're barbecuing. She's like, oh, my God, it smells like summer. It smells so much like summer. And I'm like, I guess you just get used to it. You can't, we barbecue an awful lot. I think it's like 1 week in January where we don't have the barbecue going. So it's a pretty much a constant thing for us. I served a couple that never been to the store, made them laugh and smile lots. Look at you, Ruby. Yeah! Fire! Which I've recently learned is good. That's the kids. Ruby's a young person. Fire. I will not call 911 again when somebody tells me that things are going well. Do not do that. It does not mean there's any kind of fire. I'm old, And so I'm not up on the lingo. But fire means good. Whoop, whoop, as it were. Yo, whoop, whoop. Sheikah TikTok. Good morning. Thanks for being here. So congratulations. Look at that. Look at even Ruby. You just have to take a second and think about your day and think about something good that happened. And then fire it off in chat. Yesterday's good thing, because we like to start with positivity as always, right? A little bit of positive to start the day on this Hump Day Wednesday. And let's get a couple more, and then we'll move along. We have the time today, so I can wait for you to think about your good thing. The good thing from yesterday. And I'm also trying to figure out, because Manitoba has the lowest inflation of all in all of Canada. Wab Kinew, our premier, had a press conference yesterday and said that he said that it was because of the Manitoba gas tax holiday, which saves us 14 cents a liter on gas, and that's why we have the lowest inflation. So I'm a little bit confused about how gas prices are affecting the price of things, because I always believed that high gas prices mean that the stuff that we buy costs more. But Justin Trudeau's been saying, no, that's not true. The carbon tax and high gas prices, they don't have anything to do with the price of stuff. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, the numbers come out and Manitoba's lowest. And I'm thinking, I'm confused now. I got a couple politicians saying different things. I don't know. Do we believe Wab and, his reduction in tax, or do we believe Justin? I don't know. No more good things. There was no more good things. Well, okay. All right. I'm not going to belittle it. We're just going to move on, and we're going to get into the real good thing, which is the inflation slowing. This is such a good story. You're going to start to feel this in your pocketbook real soon. How good is this? Finally, an end to all the pain, or not all of it, but at least it will start feeling a little bit more comfortable.
Latest figures released by Statistics Canada show the rate of inflation slowing to 2.9% in January, the first time it's been below 3% since last June.
I think it brought good news to consumers, to businesses, and to the Bank of Canada, and we could all use some good news.
Prices of clothes and footwear actually fell last month compared to 1 year ago. So did fuel. Food prices continued to climb, though at a slower rate. But rent and mortgage payments remain stubbornly high.
Mortgage interest payments also went up by double digits year over year, because when homeowners renew their mortgage, the previous rate might be 2%, 3%, and suddenly now they're paying 6% on their mortgages.
And that's why, for many, it doesn't feel like inflation is slowing down.
I'm not just working one job, I'm working 3 jobs just to make ends meet.
Things are so expensive. Like, I wanted to buy strawberries, and that seems like a luxury.
We just can't afford to go for a meal for 3 people. Plus taxes and
strawberries are a
luxury.
luxury.
Could come later this year. If inflation stays below 3% and keeps falling, interest rates could also fall.
We are optimistic.
Oh my God!
We'll start bringing down interest rates.
You have nothing to do with it, you doofus.
This year, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Sorry,
but
more on alert. Hang on.
In the meantime, no more price shocks are expected here.
I feel like there's a bit of a stabilization, at least for the interim. And I think that's going to be the course for at least 2024 and 2025.
Making it
all right. So look at this. We've got lower inflation, and that means the price of things are going to start coming down. And the big thing that we're watching is the Bank of Canada to reduce their interest rates. And then, because as you saw in that report, the big number is housing, and it's kind of, we're doing this to ourselves. The Bank of Canada, by making these interest rates so high, is making housing expensive. Now, as for the cost of food, it's starting to level out. It isn't really on its way down yet. It dropped, what did it say there? 3.4% on food, which from 3.7. So at least it's headed in the right direction. At least, sorry about that, Atasha. I hate seeing Justin in the morning too. I should have jumped in there and taken the bullet. I should have. Oh. Ryan says, "Okay, everyone, let's start spending. Yeah, let's fire up inflation again. Let's do it." Nick says, I started dozing off when Justin started talking. He is the most unpopular person, I think, on the planet. But you know what? In my cold heart, it does make me feel good that we're all kind of on the same page with our disgust for Justin. However, let's not derail this whole thing. The good news is inflation is on its way down for the first time in a long time, and it's thanks in part to gas prices. So, we have to make sure we or at least keep our eye on the prize here on the price of gas. As the price of gas starts to fall, things should get, and I don't understand why government and decision makers can't understand that. Where do they think our strawberries come from? Like, I know we can grow strawberries in Manitoba in July. It's a bit of a problem in January, so they have to come from somewhere else. How do they think that the strawberries are going to get here? Are they just magically appear? I don't know. So anyway, that is a little bit of good news this morning. And then a little bit of awkward news. A couple is stuck in Turks and Caicos because their luxury apartment was broken into and their passports were stolen.
Stepping on broken glass as she approached her window in Turks and Caicos, Jessica Botello quickly realized her rental property had been broken into.
At that point, you don't know if somebody is still in the unit with you, right? And so a little bit of panic.
Botello and her partner, David Pereira, had landed in the islands the day before on February 10th. They, along with 26 family members, were celebrating her mother's 70th and aunt's 60th birthdays. The thieves took off with cash, a phone, and other valuables. Among them, both of their Canadian passports.
I had my passport in there, obviously, SIN card, which shouldn't have been on vacation. It's just credit cards and all my cash.
After reporting the theft to local police, the Mississauga couple reached out to the Canadian consulate. They paid out of pocket for new passport photos and courier fees to send the documents to Canada's closest High Commission office, which is in Kingston, Jamaica. Now, more than 9 days later, their family have gone home while they're still stranded.
We're not considered an emergency, so we can be put on the back burner. And when our documents arrived there on the Friday, they weren't even looked at. So
you're stuck in paradise.
Right there.
Global Affairs Canada tells CTV News it is providing consular services to 2 Canadian citizens in the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Government speak. We're doing all we can to help them. But the bottom line is that these people are stuck in Turks and Caicos because the passports are gone. That is why, if you're staying at a resort or an Airbnb or wherever you're staying on a vacation, having a safe is an excellent idea. If you are staying at a resort where there's a safe made available, it is an excellent, highly recommended that you use the safe that is provided to you, because should you lose your passport, as you're seeing here, it could cause a whole bunch of headaches for you. Now, it could be a lot worse. It could be reverse, and we've seen that. We've seen that with some of our sun seekers. I think it was Blessed Mom of Two who tried to go on vacation a couple of weeks ago and had like a little tear in her passport, or I think it was her travel companion's passport, and then they got stuck in Winnipeg. You don't want to get stuck here. At least they're stuck where it's warm. You know what I'm saying? But use the safe. Safes are awesome. Just make sure you remember the code. Oh, what's my code again? They're hard. We had to break into one safe in Vegas one time. And, that's, in comes the blowtorch, and thankfully it wasn't our fault. I thought that I had forgotten the code for the safe, but no, the safe had malfunctioned, and we couldn't get into it, and no, they bring the blowtorch in, and it's like, stand back, everybody, and, down goes the welder's helmet, and sparks flying. They get in there and got our stuff, and it was all good. Anyway, hey, today is Sticky Bun Day. Sticky Bun Day. It's Sticky Bun Day. Want to say good morning to our friends at Kuiper's Family Bakery. Yes, I'm going to go and get some sticky buns today to have with, I've been asking you what you'd like to have with your sticky bun. And most people are saying either coffee or milk. Somebody said garlic sausage with your that sounds like a dolphin thing. Garlic sausage with your sticky bun? I don't know about that, Tim. Kuiper's Family Bakery is your family bakery where the art of baking comes alive in every delectable treat they create. From heavenly breads to sinfully irresistible sticky buns, they'll satisfy all your cravings. They've got monster cookies, cinnamon buns, of course, the world-famous hot dog and hamburger buns at Kuiper's Family Bakery at 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner beside Tasties. Auto Fashion is, they really did a fantastic job doing some vehicle protection on a vehicle yesterday. I'll post this later today. Brought in this gorgeous black SUV and had it protected. A lot of money spent on this car. And if you've made an investment in a vehicle and you want to have the best vehicle protection known to man, it's like making your vehicle bulletproof or nearly bulletproof when it comes to things like scratches and stuff like that. This coating, this ceramic coating that they've got is absolutely unreal. At Auto Fashion, they also do not just detailing, it's fine auto finishing. And, of course, they are MPI accredited for paintless dent repair and do SGI claims, too. You'll find Auto Fashion at 255 17th Street North behind Lee's Buffet. And Elkhorn Resort and Clarso Spa, that wine tasting is going tonight, the first of two events happening. If you didn't get your tickets, chances are you're kind of probably SOL on this one, but they do have another event that's coming up on February the 28th. That's a week from today, where you can soak in the serenity of the new Nordic Spa, enjoy some delicious wines. They're going to have a sommelier there telling you all about what wines go with what foods and so on and so forth. They also have a charcuterie board and, of course, the nice cozy robes for when you get out of the water. Again, the first wine tasting goes tonight. If you want to see if there's any tickets available, well, you're welcome to give them a call. But I think that they're pretty much gone at this point. But again, 1 week from tonight, 6 o'clock is check-in, 8 o'clock is wine tasting, 8:30 is the charcuterie and spa. Just call the Elkhorn Resort for more at 848-2802. That's 848-2802. Sean Patey on Facebook. Good morning to you. Ruby says the Wheat City rye bread is the best. Nick says his strawberries don't come magically. Well, maybe they do. Maybe they fly in. Maybe they come on the wings of Pegasus, the unicorn bringing me my strawberries. You know, some days, Tracy and I were talking about this yesterday when the inflation numbers came out. I said, I think Justin probably thinks that. Because in all fairness to Justin, you don't get to pick your parents. You don't get to pick where you're born or how you were raised. You kind of have to play the lottery of the game of life. And Justin Trudeau did a good job. He won the lottery. He was born to the prime minister. He had, the proverbial silver spoon. So he doesn't know where his strawberries come from. I don't think he's seen a cow in person. He should come to the Royal Manitoba Winter Fair and come and hang out in the petting zoo for a while and smell the smell of money. I think he'd be allergic. We don't want him here, actually. So I'm just hypothetically going off. But Sean, good to see you this morning on Facebook. Welcome. Okay, it's time for our first beach break of the morning, and I think we're going someplace new today, someplace we have never gone before. This is in Portugal. And this is a rotating camera, so it's going to give us quite a few shots this morning. A live shot of Portugal. Here we go. Oh, they've blurred out some stuff. I'll just keep everybody's privacy private. Okay, to Portugal for our beach break. First one of the morning as we get things going on a Hump Day Wednesday. Welcome to the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Thank you for being here. Ruby's sitting in the hot tub now. Oh my gosh, you're having quite the little relaxing morning, aren't you? Oh man, that is a beautiful shot. Oh, the waters of Portugal. Rocky Beach, Sandy Beach, get a rotating camera this morning, and we come back to southern Manitoba where we have a pretty decent morning unfolding here. It is not too bad at all. Single digits to start the day, -8, and we should see high of -3 today, which is not bad at all for this time of year. Not too bad. Our normal for this time of year now is -7, so we'll take it. Thank you very much. And there is a little bit of a wind chill, but roads are looking good this morning. And here is a look at the air temperature map across the continent. +3 in our future for Saturday in the sunshine. That is going to be spring-like indeed. And then here is our wind chill map as we get back into the beach bunker. For a hump day Wednesday. This is really weird. Bizarre legal name changes. That's coming up in a second. We live in a world where, you know what, you want to be called a certain thing, you can be called whatever you want. You want to do something, you can do whatever you want, including sing country music. Beyonce has done it. Beyonce is now the first black woman to top the country charts. This is amazing. Yeah, Beyonce has done it. She has topped the country charts, and it is because of her new song, Something About Texas. She's also the first woman to top both the hot country songs and hot R&B hip-hop song charts. I do have a question, though. Do we have any guys making music anymore? I only ask for a friend because Taylor Swift kind of owns everything. It's been a lot of Taylor these days. And now it's going to be a lot of Beyonce. I am not used to this. Maybe it's because I haven't been in radio in a long time and I don't listen to as much music as I used to. And when you're serving burgers, you're consuming usually a fair amount of burgers. And when I was in radio, I would have to listen to a lot of music because you're sitting in a studio where you're playing music all the time. You're exposed to it all the time. And I'm just not anymore. And I find that this is, and I've listened. I listened on YouTube. I was listening to a U.S. station actually this morning out of California. And they're like, here it is. This is a pop station, but here is Beyonce's new country song. And it played again. And I went, yeah, I don't know, Tim. I'm still not. I don't know. What do you think? Have you heard Beyonce's new country song? Everybody's a little scared, a little shy to say that they have, to say that they haven't. What are your thoughts? Have you heard it? Do you like it? Are you a fan? I would play it, but I get the copyright pinch from all the social media companies. You know how that works. They're so strict on it. It's brutal. Sometimes with my theme music, I'll get flagged and they'll say, hey, you're playing music. I'm like, no, this is, I have the rights to this stuff and then I have to prove it to them. So I apologize. I would normally play a Beyonce video here for you, but until they change those rules, it's a little bit difficult. Now, I can post it on my website at tylerglenshow.com, and maybe I will. In 4 days after release, her new song, Texas Hold'em, was streamed 19 million times, downloaded 39,000 times in the U.S. alone. So it is definitely a popular song. And there she is in her cowboy hat, and she's looking the part, but she's so typecast to me, I can't get my head wrapped around that Beyonce's a country star now. Molly says, haven't heard it. Nope. Anybody else? Nobody else has heard it. So if I'm not hearing from you, I would assume that nobody has heard it. It is still relatively new. It's only a week old or so. She is the second solo female artist with no accompanying featured artist to debut at #1 after Taylor Swift did it in 2021 with her re-recordings of Love Story and All Too Well. Beyonce is also the first woman to top both the hot country songs and hot R&B hip-hop song charts since the list began in 1958. Justin Bieber, Billy Ray Cyrus, Ray Charles, and Morgan Wallen are the only other artists who have been on both charts, and we know how Billy Ray Cyrus did it. Achy, breaky heart. I just don't think they'll understand. So if you tear my heart, my achy, breaky heart. Remember that song? Oh, everyone was doing line dances. They play that song. All the dance floors would fill up and everybody would do the line dancing. Kick, stomp, hands on hips, kick. Are we going to do that with Beyonce's music? Are we going to do some line dancing? Kick, stomp, do-si-do. Kick, stomp, do-si. I don't know. I just seems. Can you imagine if Michael Jackson was still alive? Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl I met down at the honky tonk. You'd just be like, what? What? Michael Jackson, what's wrong with you? I traded in my glove for a cowboy hat. I traded in my fancy glove for a cowboy hat. I'm not doing the moonwalk no more. I'm doing the line dance and the do-si-do. Like, I don't know. Is it me? Line dancing like crazy in Houston, says Blessed Mama. Oh, okay, next door. I find Beyonce's new song kind of hokey, like it's in a real goofy part of a movie or something. Thank you. I feel like I'm not alone. It's not that, I love Beyonce's music. Single ladies, come on, single ladies, put a ring on it, Destiny's Child, all that stuff. I'm a Beyonce fan. I would consider myself a fan. But the bridge right now as it stands might be too far. Maybe it's going to have to grow on me. I don't know. But even in her cowboy hat and all her country getup, it just feels a little odd to me. Feels a little odd. Blessed Mama says, Beyonce's so beautiful. She can wear anything, get away with anything. Oh, so true. But it looks odd to me. She's branded herself so differently. Gail Arney. Good morning. Good morning, Gail. Good morning, Debbie Kynock. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Have you heard the new Beyonce track? Have you heard? She is at the top of the charts. And we're wondering if you've heard her new song, what you think of it, and how you're feeling about Beyonce now dominating country. I just picture her drop kicking Taylor Swift. So if you do not like Taylor Swift, you probably like that image in your brain right now. Get out of here, girl. I am the country superstar now. This is my lane. Get back over to the... So Taylor Swift is pop. Beyonce is country. If you've woken up from a coma, congratulations. You're equally as confused as everybody else. This is like when, what's his name? Michael from The Office, the actor, he started doing serious movies. No. You're Michael from The Office. You're the goofy boss. He was also the 40-year-old virgin where he got his chest waxed? And then he's like, no, I'm a serious actor now. Please enjoy my work as a... No, because you're Michael from The Office. I can't do it. Who's your mama be? Alice Cooper singing a lullaby. Alice Cooper singing country music. The school's out for summer. School's out for summer. It's out for the rest of our lives. You got your grade 6. You're done. School's out for summer. Go kiss your cousin. Call it a day. Alice Cooper sings country. Yeah, put him in a cowboy hat. Who else could we get to sing? When Justin Bieber sings country, that's when we know we've got trouble. I just want today, Justin Bieber. No, Justin, no. Anyway, that I thought I'd let you know about that. Beyonce is at the top of the charts. Taylor, Beyonce, Taylor. Incredible. You can be whoever you want to be. You can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. We're living in a day where there's no boundaries. There's no boundaries. There's no rules. The rules go out the window. You can be whatever, whoever you want to be. God blesses everyone, including changing your name to something really crazy. These are the 10 most bizarre legal name changes. At number 10, A guy from London changed his name to Bacon Double Cheeseburger. That's cool. I would do that. Paging Bacon Double Cheeseburger, Bacon Double Cheeseburger. That would be a great conversation starter. You know, you go to the DMV or the MPI or wherever you get your driver's license. They'd look down at your driver's license and say, is this seriously your name? Bacon Double Cheeseburger? Although I would be scared to fly. I'm not going to lie, because, you know how sticky they are with passports and names being spelled right, blah, blah, blah. I would think that, someone has been messing around with your passport. We're not letting you on this plane. No. Let me on the plane, please. Let me on this plane. Number 9, the guy who changed his name to Bond, James Bond. I would think that would be pretty common. That'd be a cool name to change to. What's your name? Bond. James Bond. A dentist once changed his name to Calm Patience. What is this, a form of self-talk? Calm Patience. Calm Patience. Dr. Patience. Dr. Patience, that's just confusing. A man once changed his name to Yorkshire Banker Fascist Bastards. So this guy was a customer of a bank, and he received a notice that the bank had charged him £20, which I think in Canadian dollars would be like $35, for being overdrawn on his bank account. He is furious. Never happened before. So he went to the branch manager and tried to get the fees reversed. It didn't happen, and so he was pretty upset. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. So he changed his name legally. I can't believe in the UK they let him do this. He changed his name to Yorkshire Banker Fascist Bastards. The bank could not hide its embarrassment and demanded that Michael Howard change his name, close his account, and move to another bank. Because he would go in there and they'd have to give him a bank card. On his bank card, it would say Yorkshire Banker Fascist Bastards. So anyway, he did end up leaving the bank. That's a weird name. You know anybody that's got weird, like, whether they changed it or they were born with it? Macaulay Culkin's legal name is actually Macaulay Culkin. Did you know this? This is weird. And you could Google it. I actually Googled it and went, okay, this can't be real. It is real. This is crazy. This is what happens when you get drunk on the internet. You don't just buy stupid stuff from Amazon and go, oh, wait a second. How hammered was I when I bought this stuff? No. Macaulay Culkin went online and said, he's feeling a little wild and feeling a little crazy. So, maybe I should change my name. Well, people started weighing in online, and the voting results came back, and the middle name suggested for Macaulay Culkin was Macaulay Culkin. Since his first and last names are already Macaulay and Culkin, the actor was stuck with the name Macaulay Culkin. Like, you don't have to do what the internet tells you to do. Just because people voted on your name doesn't mean that you had to go and get a lawyer and get it changed. He did. He lived up to his end of the bargain. And if you Google his name, you Google the actor and Google Macaulay Culkin legal name. His legal name is Macaulay Culkin. Maybe I'm late to the party. Maybe you already knew that. The Ultimate Warrior legally changed his name. He was born James Brian Helwig. He just changed his name to Warrior. That is very cool. Now paging Warrior, your lunch is ready. Warrior, your lunch is ready. Please pick up your hamburger. That'd be cool. Captain Fantastic is faster than all the other comic heroes. 19-year-old traded his birth name, George Garrett, for a unique name you can't miss. Captain Fantastic, faster than Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, Hulk, and the Flash combined. Holy crap. That is the longest name I've seen, I think, maybe ever. It would take a 19-year-old from the UK, George Garrett no more. Again, his name is Captain Fantastic, faster than Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, Hulk, and the Flash combined. Holy man. This guy changed his name to a question. Oh, who was the guy who... Oh, that was Prince. Remember when Prince changed his name to a symbol? How bizarre was that? The artist formerly known as Prince. And then Puff Daddy was doing a P. Diddy. Oh, my God. A man named Justin Brady from La Cruz, Mexico, New Mexico, went to court for an unusual change of name because the relationship between him and his adopted parents had broke down. His adopted parents are named Brady, and naturally he was named after them. However, when things turned sour, he went for a name his friends gave him, Bubba. Why not Bubba, he decided. He settled for why not, a shorter form of the actual why not, Y and then N-O-T. And so his legal name is now Why Not Bubba. Why Not Bubba? Molly said that she had heard of someone roaming around with PlayStation 2 as a name. That's cool. Madonna Vogue on the cover of a magazine. In 2009, a set of twins and their friend from the UK decided to change their names legally to honor the music legend. Leanna Dawson changed her name to Leanna Madonna Vogue on the cover of a magazine, Mikhail Dawson. Emma Dawson changed her name to Emma Confessions of a Dance Floor Mikhail Dawson because they love Madonna so much, of course. And finally, none of the above. Luther Divine Knox was a Winsboro farmer who also had political inclinations. He contested some elections. And, the guy was kind of smart because a lot of people will write in none of the above. So if your name legally is none of the above, you kind of got in front of the parade here and you changed your name, and then they write that on the ballot, bada bing, bada boom, you're the next president of the United States because your name is none of the above. That Macaulay Culkin one is just, I can't believe you did that. I really can't. Why would you do that? It's weird. Anyway. If you want to change your name, go ahead. Although I think that in some provinces, and this could be in some states too, they may restrict the length of the name. Some of these are pretty long. They may restrict the length, and some of them, especially like in Quebec, they really are sticky on what names you can actually use, especially when it comes to stuff like naming your kids. With tax season quickly approaching, Sunrise Credit Union wants to give your retirement savings a lift. Actually, we're in tax season now. Forgive me. It started on Monday, and you have until the end of February to get your RRSP contributions all topped up. RRSP options that guarantee a solid return. At Sunrise Credit Union, their knowledgeable staff can help you determine what products and services to use based on your age, income potential, risk tolerance, and long-term goals. For more, visit sunrisecu.mb.ca. Talk about reaction yesterday to the Co-op Gold Soda Pop reintroduction. Oh, everybody had an opinion on it. People were already in there trying the different flavors. Some you might like, some you might not like, and that's fine. It's important to be kind, and I prefer people share with me what they like, not necessarily what they think tastes really bad. I love the saying, if you got nothing nice to say, maybe, it might be best not to say anything at all. It doesn't hurt anybody. I mean, the reality is that just like in life, there's going to be some flavors that appeal to some and some to others. It's just the way things go. What you need to know is that their cases of pop are $4.99, and Co-op Gold is back with their new soda pop in a variety of flavors, including root beer, orange, ginger ale, lemon lime, and cola. There was also a ton of requests for black cherry yesterday. I almost crashed my Facebook page for the black cherry. I have not had Co-op Gold black cherry. And mango came in second place for requests going in. And mine is the sugar-free. I don't care. I keep making all the flavors, maybe sugar-free. I like the sugar-free stuff. But regardless, just know they got the new thin, cool cans. Co-op Gold Soda Pop is back, and it's on for a limited time at $4.99. per case at your favorite co-ops of Westman. You're at home here with Heritage, Pembina, Twin Valley, Valley View, Boundary, Neepawa, Gladstone, and Hamiota Co-op. And Leon's Furniture Superstore, the No Money Miracle continues at Leon's at 3635 Victoria Avenue, where they're having a big screen blowout on right now. When you spend $3,000 or more before taxes on any furniture or mattress purchase, in-stock TVs valued at $999 or more, you get $500 off your select TV. That is on just this week. So if you're in need of a television, you can save $500. Plus, with the No Money Miracle, other than the taxes and fees, don't pay till 2026 with 0% interest and no monthly payments OAC on your FlexiCard. Check that out at leons.ca and at 3635 Victoria Avenue. Okay, next up on the show is Las Vegas. Oh, you know what? We'll save this for next hour. Apparently, slot machine brawls are quite the thing in Las Vegas. Apparently, when you've got somebody who has been playing a slot machine for quite some time, hasn't won anything, then another person steps up, and they're going to play the slot machine, and they win big. Sometimes fights ensue. And apparently that happened in Las Vegas within the last couple of days. And, of course, everybody whipped out their cameras. They had cameras on hand to catch the melee. We'll check that out next hour. Still going to play a video for you. This one from a flight attendant whose super creepy interaction with a hotel housekeeper made the internet cringe. She is an airline stewardess, and they're traveling constantly. And she's a very pretty lady, traveling constantly as an airline stewardess, and she's checking out of the hotel and housekeeping. I'll let her tell the story. Here she is. Have a look at this.
So recently I was staying at a layover and the housekeeper got super creepy with me. So I used to work at a hotel and I was super tight with the whole housekeeping staff and we were all really close. So now that I'm a flight attendant, I always say hi to the housekeepers and they're always super nice. So I walk out of my room and I see this guy cleaning the room across from me and we make eye contact. I'm like, hey, good morning. He's like, oh, good morning. Like, I love your glasses. Those are so nice. I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, I hope you have a great day. I walk to go get coffee and then later I come back to take a shower because I'm getting ready for my flight. Mind you, hotels have a list of all of the flight crew's rooms and what time they need to check out. We don't check out at normal times. We don't have to be out by 11 or 12 or whatever time the rule is. We check out when we're about to get picked up for our flight. So if our flight leaves at 5 p.m., we're going to get picked up at like 4 p.m. or something, or 3:30 or something. And they know this. They have a list. So I'm like showering, getting ready, and he comes and knocks on my door. And I open it and I'm like, hi. He's like, hey, I was just wondering what time you were checking out.
Seems pretty normal.
Really awkward. And I'm like, I'm with insert airline. And he's like, oh, okay.
He might be new.
I'm like, yeah. He's like, so what time are you getting picked up? And I was like,
he might be deaf.
And he's just being really awkward. It's a really awkward interaction because I know he knows what time. Maybe he didn't know. I don't know. Then he's like, by the way, I just wanted to let you know that I think you're super attractive.
Uh-oh.
I'm like alone in my room.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And I'm like,
okay.
Thank you.
Slam the door.
And he goes, oh, I don't know if you're cool with getting compliments.
Ew.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, bye. And I shut my door. And my crew member was in the room next to me. And when we got to the lobby, he was like, did the housekeeper knock on your door to hit on you? I heard him. And I was like listening in to make sure that you were okay.
Well, like, you know what? That is cool. At least she had somebody that was looking out for her because, this story ended. Can I say it ended well? It's, what are your thoughts on this? What would be, Tyler says, I swear that they never check their paperwork. Every time I have a late checkout, they always try to come in even with the do not disturb sign on. That's happened to me a fair amount of times. I'll put the do not disturb sign on. I like to check out as late as possible. And I love it when I am sitting on the throne and the do not disturb sign is on the door. I have absolved all my responsibilities in that fashion. And you know what? If my family has loaded up the vehicle and I am just dropping off the kids at the pool, you know what I mean, having a few spare moments to myself, and I know the room is empty, I will poop with the door open. I will be sitting there, pants around ankles, sitting there like this, thinking like the thinking man, the statue, just like this, and it's like, housekeeping. Yeah, come on in. We're just going to be a few. Oh, and the look is fantastic. You're just like, yeah, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, no worries. No, that's no worries. Did you need something or, I was just, I'm wondering if you're going to check out. I can't breathe. I can't. And then there's me giggling, sitting on the toilet. They're grabbing the door. Help! And then you can hear them screaming, help! Somebody help me! Other housekeepers, please help me! I can't breathe. Yeah, and so that, I get my fun in a variety of weird and wacky ways. But Destiny says, we don't tip housekeeping. We always tip the van drivers, though. This is why housekeeping creeps me out sometimes. Oh, I like housekeeping, although I'm not an attractive flight stewardess. So, maybe that's part of the problem. I read somewhere that men make mistakes, any friendliness from a woman as flirtation. Oh, I see. So there is, it's lost in translation. There's, people being friendly to each other doesn't necessarily mean that there's flirting going on. Christine says, that's weird. I used to be a housekeeper. That is so inappropriate. He should get fired over some BS like that. I think he pushed the envelope when he's like, I guess you're not good with compliments. Oh, why did he have to? They just be nice. Be nice. And what is this guy expecting is going to happen here? What is his expectations? Well, I told her she was pretty. Maybe she'll say, yeah, I got to jump on a flight in I got about an hour. What should I do for this hour? How about go watch the Cartoon Network and have a smoke? John says, be safe. You should consider reporting him to the manager. I would probably say the same thing, but it is nice that she had somebody that could hear across the hall and step in had that gone, not the right way. Anyway, thanks, Yellow Jacket. And it's unfortunately true. There's some truth to my hotel story. Anyway, from the world of wacky on the internet, that is making the internet cringe this morning. I'd have been so grossed out, says most people, on the internet this morning. We're going to go back to Portugal for another beach break, and then the melee in Las Vegas that's got people talking this morning all over the slot machines. Yes, somebody won on the slot machine, and then there was some bad words said. Somebody pulled somebody's hair, and that's crazy. These two women got all tangled up. It's like untangling Christmas lights in Las Vegas. We'll get to that coming up next hour because we're the show about food and fun places. And yes, the mayhem of life. Back to the beach. Live beach shot from Portugal. Oh, on a hump day Wednesday. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Oh, thank you so much, Bev. That's so kind of you. Bev Lucy on Facebook. Good morning. You're awesome. You're awesome, too. Thank you for saying so. We're in Portugal right now, checking things out. That is a big cliff. That is a massive staircase right there. That is, oof. You can get some serious steps in on that baby, hey? Holy cow. I need a beer. Help. That is a huge staircase. That's a few steps. I think I'd be stopping halfway. I would. That's a 6-pack staircase right there. Okay, now it's zooming all over the place. I like those cameras. Gives you different shots at different times. There. Let's get back to southern Manitoba and see how things are looking on the roads. And boy, we got a beautiful shot of all of our highways in our immediate area of southern Manitoba, from Eli to Oak Lake, Minnedosa, and Arden, Pipestone, Russell, Show Lake. Things are looking good. Spring road conditions, things are good this morning. And waking up to -10. So there, if you see on the radar there, you can see a little bit of blue. There is some light snow, but it's, again, very, very light. Not much in the way of precipitation expected for us today. In fact, +3 by the time the weekend rolls around. Here is what the air temperature looks like across North America. We are the coldest. Although southwestern Saskatchewan is a little bit cold, and out east they're still cold too. And here is the wind chill map, the worst of which is pretty much north of the 49th parallel. We're all a little chilly. It's a February chilly wind chill kind of morning. But again, we are in for some really nice temps this weekend. It is Wednesday. I call it Marinade Wednesday. Get a steak or two out. Get it in the Ziploc bag with your favorite marinade. Do that when you get home from work today. And on Saturday, you know, when you're saying, what are we going to have for dinner on Saturday? You're going to remember your buddy Tyler, and you're going to go to the fridge and you're going to pull out that bag, and it's going to be delicious. This beautiful steak that's been waiting for you. And that's why we call it Marinade Wednesday. All right? Okay. Back to the beach bunker. And at this time, we do have to say farewell to our friends on TikTok and on Facebook and YouTube and X. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I do appreciate it. We're moving the party over to Twitch. If you're new to the show, and it seems like we get a newbie every day. Hey, Bob McKinnon on Facebook. Here comes Bob. So, Bob, we're moving the party over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. And that's where we're going to continue the conversation for the next hour or so. You get 2 full hours of the show if you're on Twitch. The other platforms get the first hour only, okay? So, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. We'd love to have you come and join us. By all means, there's room for all, beach chairs for everybody. And if you'd like to get an abbreviated version of the show, it's really easy to do. You just download the podcast. It's 40 minutes or less guaranteed. And you just go to tylerglenshow.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Just remember, right there's the name, Tyler Glen Show. You look for either this logo right here that I'm pointing to, the Tyler Glen Show, and it's one N on Glen. That's a mistake a lot of people often make, so. Okay, on that note, TikTokers, thank you so much for being here, and we'll check in with you again tomorrow morning at 7, okay? Take care. Thanks for being here. Off to Twitch. Off to Twitch. Off to Twitch. And for Facebook and X and YouTube, thank you again for being here. We've got a roll, and we're moving the party.